So you want to start off with a pain point. Okay, so we're going to give you an example, right? We're a digital marketing agency. That's what Brains Expert Marketing is. So we'll start off an ad this way, right? We're selling marketing services, right? Where we're, creating content for you, or however we're going to, craft your, your piece, right? When you're working with us, right? So with ours, right, what we have to offer is a group, right, where you're going to get something every month, right? We're going to do some work with you. We're going to do your marketing review, right? That's what you're going to get guaranteed every month. Is good, always good to know. This is another thing. We're going to get to this on another episode, but it's always good to make sure that your clients know what they're going to get guaranteed. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so when we're crafting ours, okay, so what we're going to say is, are you tired of not having a strategy that you can use for your brand for the lifetime of your brand? That so you don't, you're not lost with if your marketing is working or not working. So what we did was we hit on something that we know most brands don't have. They don't have a marketing strategy. They're just throwing something in the wall, see what sticks, then it falls off. They got to clean it off and do it again. All right, how my experts doing? James Lee Love, another episode of Brands Experts Podcast. Welcome you to Anaheim, California. Great looking Anaheim, California. And we are at a park called Riverdale Park. So if you're in Anaheim, California, check out Riverdale Park. They have a nice section for kids. They have baseball diamond. They have basketball court. So if you're doing something for your company, it's a nice area to play some football or, team building, something like that. So if you want to, do stuff like that, come check this area out. You'll be able to get that kind of stuff done. Riverdale Park, Anaheim, California. Check it out. So today, what we're going to talk about is how to create brand income with social media ads. Now, listen, something I want to let you guys know. This is one of the greatest opportunities that have ever existed is social media ads, okay? Well, we're going to tell you why. A lot of people just want to do organic, right? So, tell you the difference from organic and paid media, okay? You might know, you might not know. Well, now you can always say the difference from paid and organic media and why as you're building your brand, paid media has a great space. We want you to utilize it, use it. It makes a lot of sense, right? Everyone wants to get everything free, but you got to remember, you want everything free. Why should somebody pay you? See, you want to get it a cycle like you paid Facebook, like what you paid them, and now you have some expectations, and and in turn, someone's paying you right after you put your ad out there, and now you have expectations. So it's just something that you wanted to go around, right? To you know bless someone's business, and in turn, the same thing's going to happen for you, right? So let's get into kind of what we're talking about exactly, how that works using paid social media ads for brand income. Cool. So let's start off with how you should do it. We talked in a previous episode about hiring experts, right? And you can get them at, starting at $5 a month, right? Credible price point. So, if you don't have $5, work harder at whatever job, whatever skill you're good at. Do it a little bit more so you can get the $5, invest into an expert, and then go from there. So if you're setting your ads up yourself, right? First thing you want to hit on is a pain point, right? You always want to start with a pain point. People are going to be less interested if they don't hear pain point. If you think about the news, if you think about stuff like that, they're going to start the news off and say, you know, somebody got hit and killed on the freeway. Tune into the news 10 o'clock, because that pain point of somebody getting killed on the freeway, now they have your attention. Now you might even put a reminder on your phone to check out Channel 7 ABC News at 10 o'clock to see what happened. Okay, so you want to start off with a pain point. Okay, so we're going to give you an example, right? We're a digital marketing agency. That's what Brands Expert Marketing is. So we'll start off an ad this way, right? We're selling marketing services, right? Where we're, creating content for you, or however we're going to craft your, your piece, right? When you're working with us, right? So with ours, right, what we have to offer is a group, right, where you're going to get something every month, right? We're going to do some work with you. We're going to do your marketing review, right? That's what you're going to get guaranteed every month. Is good, always good to know. This is another thing, we're going to get to this on another episode, but it's always good to make sure that your clients know what they're going to get guaranteed. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so when we're crafting ours, okay, so what we're going to say is, are you tired of not having a strategy that you can use for your brand for the lifetime of your brand? That so you don't, you're not lost with if your marketing is working or not working. So what we did was we hit on something that we know most brands don't have. They don't have a marketing strategy. They're just throwing something in the wall, see what sticks, then it falls off. They got to clean it off and do it again. No. Do you have a strategy for your brand that is working, or do you not have a strategy for your brand to bring consistent income? Right? Working with us, you're going to have a consistent marketing strategy every month. So join Brands Experts Mentorship. Cool. So now they have a price. Not price point. We have a pain point. Okay, we have a pain point to work off of to get the stuff set up. Okay, boom, pain point. That's great. See, when we're working with a pain point, what we love about having the pain point is now we always have something to go back off of, right? If we structure and set up all of our marketing to be set up off this pain point, like whatever year that we do it, we started off. We're working off of the pain point, right? And so that's how you started off. Okay, you go from your pain point, then you introduce yourself so they know who they're talking to. Okay. I'm James Elite Love, Brands Expert Marketing, Digital Marketing Agency. So that's the next thing. Introduce yourself. Okay. Let people know who they're talking to. Okay. Introduce yourself. Okay. You don't know how long they're going to watch it. That's why we do that second. You can do it on the back if you want to. You can always have your website at the bottom if you want to do that too. There's nothing wrong with doing any of that stuff. But if they're only going to watch it for 30 seconds, you're setting up your paid ad, well, or they only watch it for 15 seconds, well, you gave them a reason to watch. You told them who you are. So if they're only, people's attention spans tiny in today's world. So if they're only watching it for that amount of time, you emotionally connected your brand to them or yourself to them, which is great, which is something that we always recommend doing, is targeting their emotions, right? So you did that, right, with the pain point, right? Ours is with the strategy. They're not making money, with their marketing because they don't have a strategy. So we focused on the pain point. We introduced ourselves, James Elite Love, Brands Experts Marketing, and then we're going to go into it. We have a group called Brands Experts Mentorship, where every month we go over your strategy, review your marketing, right? Give you some, provide you some videos with a schedule that you can use so you know when to put them out, how they should be set up and structured, and how to continue to do this every month. So now you have everything that you need to consistently put content out. Okay, cool. So now That's the third thing. Like, go over the offer. Okay. Quickly. We got to that quickly. So let's go over again everything that you have. You have your pain point. You introduce yourself. You have your offer. Okay. Then tell them where to go. Go to brandsexpertsmarketing.com/mentorship to join the group and have a strategy that puts your income on autopilot for your brand every month. You made them feel good at the end. Okay. Let them know where to go. Make sure we end it with making them feel good. So now it's all structured, right? You have it all structured, right? From there, you create your budget and make sure that you put it at a budget that you can run it every day. So you don't want to be in a hurry with your paid ad because it may take months to get to the goal that you're looking for. So what does that mean? That means that if you're looking at your budget, right? Budget's big. We're going to get to that in another episode coming up. So be on the lookout for that because that's coming up. Okay. So when we're talking about budget, right? You want to make sure you can run it. We don't want to run ads, paid ads, if we can't run them for 90 days because that's the point where we're going to have the data. At a minimum, we want to do 30 days, right? Worst case scenario, 30 days, because we can pull data. We can see the clicks, the follows, the shares, the new customers, the calls that we got on. We can see if this works. But if you just want to say, I want to put 300 in for a week, it's not enough time. That's not enough time because the algorithm has to be able to pick it up to see, okay, these people are clicking it, these people are liking it, these people aren't. Let's move it around to this part of the city. These platforms are very powerful. These Facebooks, these Instagrams, these YouTubes, they're very powerful marketing platforms because that's what they are. Okay, we don't gotta confuse what things are. They're marketing platforms, but to not be in a position to utilize them properly, to be able to use them the way they need to be used, you're putting yourself at a big disadvantage, and we don't want that to happen to you. So we want to make sure you set it up to where you have the budget set up properly, right? So don't you can start with $5 a day, right? And that's great because we believe $35 a week. That's it. Some people spend that at lunch. They take them and a buddy out for lunch. They spent $35, and there we go. They could have run their ads all week. Okay. So you have the budget, right? And you set up the demographics, the ages that you believe will buy, right? The city, and don't do bigger than a 50-mile area, right? 100 if you have to, but keep it. You're trying to get data. You're trying to get sales. You want your target audience to see this as much as possible, right? And all the key points that we talked about before in your ad, right? The ages, the interests, all this other stuff. Put that all in there, and you want to have a day where you review it, right? To where you're reviewing what's happening. Um, you know, are you getting the clicks, the calls, all the stuff that you want, right? Make sure in your ad you have the exact call to action that you want. Whether you want to click the phone number, whatever it is that you want, and then take off from there. Okay, so now that you have your ad going, right? Now we're going to talk about the income part, right? Even if in this 90 days, 30 days, however long you're running your stuff, if you're not getting anything going in that time, that's okay, right? That's okay if you don't get any direct income at that moment, because you got to remember we're looking at our income in a whole year's time to see kind of if it's at where we like it to be at. Okay, like best case scenario, we put something out that month, we're getting income, we like it, things are going the way we want them to, but it might not happen that quick. But let me tell you the benefit that you're going to get from potential income from new supporters, new followers, people sharing it, and sending it to other people and growing your organic community. Right, that's the back end of running the paid stuff. So now you have a good organic community. What's going to make that great and your organic community great is you ran the paid stuff in the beginning, right? So now you have people to talk to, right? People to market to, right? And these people, brands, whoever it is, these are the ones that you'll reach out to as time goes on, right? Or they'll reach out to you, and you may be able to work together off of this $5 a day. So in this, you run it worst case scenario. Like I said, you did the 30-day situation. So let's look at how much you spent in these 30 days and what did that, do for you. So let's get to it. Let's go to our calculator. 5 times 30, $150, right? But you got to look at it. So, with us, let's just use, for example, with our group, because, this is going to stay up forever. So things change. But let's say your group is, $500 a month, right? And you got somebody 6 months after you ran your ad. You got your first person. Your first person in your month group, and they stay for only 1 month. But you only spent $150 on ads. You ran them for 30 days. They joined 2 months later. So in the first 90 days, they end up joining. Everything, worked out good. They got what they wanted out of the month. They dropped off. You just got one person in a 90-day period. You only ran it for 30 days, and things worked. You already made all your money back, right? And if you did good work and they liked what you provided, well, now when you hop on your group calls, now you have a testimonial of someone that you helped, right? Testimonials are incredible, right? So that's another reason where you can get income from paid ads, because you can use this testimonial forever. Testimonials never get old. So we look at it like it's an investment, okay? Paid ads are an investment. Set your budget, run it, do your thing. And yeah, you should have good expectations from there. You should not expect things to not work out. You should expect things to always work out, but make sure you have them set up properly. That's why we have Brands Experts Mentorship, right? We have that set up. The main reason is to make sure that you get something, you have something to work off of, right? Because a lot of times in the social media world, everybody just out here asking friends, family to share. And the issue is, like, if your friends and family share stuff, what if that's not in alignment with your brand? What if somebody's, um, you know, a go-go dancer and you sell baby food? That's not in alignment. So their audience might not be your audience. So they might have a big million, audience, a million person audience, but it's not in alignment. But if you're running paid ads to your specific target audience, new mothers, if you live in Los Angeles, in the Los Angeles area, look how that changes everything. Like, and you might have no audience and get customers and clients from running your ads, because running them that way, whew, running them that way is a better way to run your stuff. Like, we want you to run it in a way that it makes sense, that you can build, and that you can get a return on your investment, right? You don't want to run it in a way where you might not get a return on your investment. That's not what you want. That's really not what you want to do. Okay. So you got to remember, you know, getting back to what we're talking about. We're playing the long game, right? We're doing this long. Everything we do, we're doing it long term, right? Our business is gonna. We plan on keeping it with us, either for the duration of our lives or when it's time to sell. So we always want to build it with the intention that we may have to sell it one day or whatever the case, right? So why I'm telling you that, I'm telling you that for this reason. You want to set your paid ad to run all year, right? Where this is going to be super beneficial for you. This is going to be super beneficial for you when we're thinking about long term, when we're thinking about, you know, what we're doing, as far as like getting clients and customers, when we're talking about years down the road. Because here's what happens: you get a new follower, you get a new person on your email newsletter, you get one new person. That person might purchase from you 14 months down the road. Every year is 12 months, so a year plus 2 months, right? But they might turn into a loyal customer, right? They might buy a lot of stuff. You might have merch. They might buy that. You might do an in-person event. They might come to that. They might tell somebody else that will buy one day, or really be involved in what you're doing and all that good stuff. So there's a lot of different directions you can take these opportunities that we're talking about. Okay, I'm gonna say it again. There's a lot of different directions you can take these opportunities. That's why we want to set it up for a minimum a year for you to run them. You don't just want to have it going, for a week, because that's what a lot of people do when they run their ads. They run it for a week. Oh, this ain't working. I spent $40. This Facebook is a scam. You're scamming yourself because you're running them like that. Run it for a year instead of 1 week or 2 weeks. Run it for 52 weeks at a minimum. So when you're setting it up, you're structuring it. You whatever specials that you're going to have that you run, you can say your website /specials to learn about specials that we have, to join at a discount, whatever you have. Structure it so you can set it and forget it. You can set it in the way you want it to and just have it run, right? What you don't want to do is don't just go to your ad platform that you run your ad on. We love Facebook for running ads, and just go to Facebook and go to your ads manager and just look at it every day. Don't do that. You don't do that when you work out. You don't do that, when you eat. You go through the process. You cook the food, or someone prepares it, a place, whatever, comes to your table, you eat it, and it provides energy to your body, and then you move on. Okay? So you don't want to just obsess over what's going on with your ads. To do that, and because you set yourself up for disappointment. You're spending money. If you're not used to spending money, then what ends up happening, if you're not used to spending money, you set yourself up for disappointment. Like, this isn't working, and you hold your head down. We don't want that. We don't want you to do that. We want you to expect to spend money and expect to make money. That's what we want you to do. That's why we want you to run paid ads, paid social media ads, and make money from it. Like, so you can, hire experts to do these different jobs that you do not like doing. If you do not like blog writing, you hire a writer. If you do not like chopping up your videos, hire somebody to do that. If you don't like sending out the email, newsletter, you hire out a newsletter writer and they'll blast it out to your list. Okay. But we want you to, get used to fronting the money and the resources up front so you can expect something on the back end, right? Put it here, you let it grow. It's like anything you let grow. You plant the seed and you have to water it. But if you just plant the seed in a pot and leave it there in dry soil, what do you think is going to happen? You're going to be disappointed. But you let it grow throughout the year, and the tree can provide shade. It can look amazing, but you got to remember, this tree started off as a seed. Okay, like it's crazy, but an apple tree starts off with this tiny little seed, and that's like your ad. Your ad is that seed, and that's that piece of that income for your business. So that's how to set up and run paid ads for your brand to create brand income. And yeah, we just want you to know that it's so important. We don't want you to be confused by that. It's important. Understand that. Don't play around with it. It's nothing to play around with. And you need to set your budget and run your ads. Say that again. You need to set your budget and run your ads. Stop playing the maybe game. Okay? If you're talking about organic and you don't have, like, you can't look back the last 6 months and say, we average 10 customers or 10 clients at 1,500 each. So that turns out to 15,000, and that is good for our brand right now. If you do not have your numbers that you look at, you need to run paid ads. And then when you have your numbers, because you always need to be bringing in new business. You always, forever, for the life of your business. Because just because it's good and it's coming and you have this great partnership, that could be over tomorrow. And now you're scrambling to get ads to find people. No, you need to always have your ads running forever. People on social media. And I'm going to just say we're in the early days of social media. Like, and that's why I picked to run them on social media. Some people are doing TV, newspaper, Craigslist, social media. That's where people wake up. And that's one of the first, on average, during the first hour of the day, It's like the 90% on average people get on social media. So you need to have your social media page. You need a Facebook page for your brand. You need an Instagram page for your brand. You need a YouTube page for your brand. And you need to be putting content on there every single day. And you need to have your ad running 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Or, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Put your budget. Have that thing on autopilot. Have it coming out of your business account. Run that thing. And, if you set your ad up properly, like we showed you to, you're going to get great returns. We tell you that. But you got to remember, ads and growing businesses, it's like the oven, right? If you want that nice crispy pizza, you're not going to put it in the microwave. Put it in the oven. You're going to let everything bond and, do good together. And boom, you got that pizza that you want. You got what you want. It's not going to happen quick. So do not get stressed out if things don't happen quick. Do not get frustrated if things don't happen quick. They may take time, but you got to remember, me personally right now in 2023, I am 35 years old. So to be able to create all this took all these years. It took chapter 35 to get here. So if something doesn't work for your brain in 1 week, don't make it like it has to happen 10 years. You don't got to stretch it out that far. Just put it to a year and put realistic goals. And we're going to have another episode where we talk about setting realistic goals for your ads, depending on your budget and what you offer and, the need for that area or whatnot. But we just want you to be successful with your brand. We don't want you to give up. And if you have short expectations, quick expectations, you may give up. But if you have the right expectations, you put it out there for a year. You set the right budget, $5 a day, run it all year. That's 365 times 5. Do the math on that. That's going to be your ad budget for the year. You make sure you have enough in that business account to run those ads all year. And boom, now you have your ads. You have everything that you want to be able to get a return on your ads. Now like us, we have a group. You have a group. You're bringing new group members into your group. You have stuff to talk about in your show. Things are going good for you. But remember, you put that budget up first. You had a goal. You stuck to it. You ran ads on social media, and now you're reaping the benefits. So that's what we want you to do. This is elite, right? James Elite Love, okay? Brands Experts Marketing here on the episode of Brands Experts Podcast. Personally, speaking for the digital marketing agency, speaking for all of it, really love and enjoyed how this episode turned out. We're in an incredible environment, right? Anaheim, California. Love coming out here whenever we can, right? We're going to do some great things with this city, with this community, too, as well as the Antelope Valley that we're a part of. And yeah, let's do incredible things. Let's run paid ads. Let's get returns on those. Let's meet new potential clients, potential people and organizations that need our services, and not just stay in our comfortable environments. Let's get in these new environments, and we can win there, and we can do great things there, and grow our brands the way it needs to grow. Okay, and be the highest level experts we can be. James Lee Love, Brands Experts Marketing. That's a digital marketing agency, and we are in Brands Experts Podcast. Till the next episode. Till next time. Always be an expert at what you do. Come here to be expert at the highest level. Peace. Be expert with your brand too. Remember, always be expert with your brand. Your brand deserves that. Your employees, your community deserve that too. Let's go. For checking out this episode of the Brands Experts Podcast. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you check out all our socials like Instagram. Make sure you check out our website, and make sure you check out our VIP, brandsexpertspodcast.com. Exclusive VIP stuff, interviews, exactly how to make money, exactly how to partner with great brands. These are things you need to know, right? You got to remember, if you want to get to where you need to go, you need to pay for that, right? That's how you pay for that value that you need. So make sure you go over there, check that out. And yeah, we're here for you. Brands Experts Podcast. Let's go.